Hello, and welcome to another movie review with Johnny. Today we're talking about the 2015 comic book-based film, The Avengers Age of Ultron. Let's dive right in. I don't have many Blu-ray films that are in different colored cases. I never got to see this in the theater, astonishingly enough, so I was excited when this was coming out, and I grabbed it this week. And yeah, it's cool. It's a nice red case. When it comes to mind, the only other non-blue Blu-ray cases that I have, I think the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey is a green case, which is cool, and then the Lord of the Rings trilogy on Blu-ray, which we'll be reviewing at some point here. Those are black cases. So not too many cases. I mean, obviously Criterions just have a clear case, but when it comes to standard Blu-ray cases, you don't see many that are not blue. So this one's red. Let's dive right in here. On the cover, there is a multiplicity of players, just like there is in the film. We've got Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark and Iron Man, Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner and the Hulk, Chris Evans as Captain America, Steve Rogers, Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff, Black Widow, Jeremy Renner as ye old Clint Barton / Hawkeye, and James Spader, who dominates as Ultron, and of course Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, and a couple other villainous characters. We see them all on here. Marvel Avengers Age of Ultron. The spine is Blu-ray Marvel Avengers Age of Ultron. And then we've got Paul. Yeah, that's Paul. Yeah, the Vision on here, 127621, and Marvel. And then on the back, we've got barcode, a couple shots from the film, and all types of good information about the movie and the extras. Let's pop it open here. It's got the little side clasp. Just as a point of reference, these are not my favorite cases. I do not love when they have these little side clasps, normally because they get stuck in here. I'll show you. And then the case closes. In fact, when I opened it, this is how it looked. And it was smashed inside there, but what are you going to do? All right. So on the inside, we've got the Blu-ray disc right here. It's just clear red on the inside. Then we've got some information from Marvel about, T-shirts and MacBook lithographs and all kinds of little weird things. So you can go to marvel.com or just go to Disney and you'll find all this stuff out. All right. If you didn't see this film, whether you're a fan of the Avengers or comic book movies or not, this is actually, in my opinion, a really cool film. The premise of the film is good old Tony Stark, Iron Man, and Bruce Banner try to jumpstart a dormant peacekeeping program called Ultron. Things go horribly wrong, and it's up to Earth's mightiest heroes to stop the villainous Ultron from enacting his terrible plans onto the planet Earth. The film is rated PG-13 for intense sequences of sci-fi action, violence and destruction, and some suggestive comments. The genre would be action-adventure, science fiction, und fantasy. It's directed and written by Joss Whedon. It first arrived in theaters in May 2015 nationwide and on digital video disc on October 2nd, 2015. The runtime is 2 hours and 21 minutes. It actually goes by really quickly with this film. There is a ton of action. One of some of the negative comments about this, so there are too many characters. There are too many actors in this film. It's just a mess. I didn't find that. I thought it was a beautiful kind of harmony. Yes, there's tons of characters. There is a really good amount of action. But you know what? This, for the first time, we kind of get to see all of the Avengers kind of having to work through their problems on their own. They sit in small group and they just have to deal with the issues that are at hand. Yes, of course it is, someone is attacking the world, and in my opinion that's getting kind of old, but I do think that this was kind of a fresh take on the story. IMDb gives it a 7.7 out of 10 stars, and Rotten Tomato gives it a certified fresh rating of 74%. This is one of my personal favorite of the Avengers franchise. Mostly because of James Spader's masterful deliverance of the Ultron character. They even do some, if you're a fan of James Spader, he likes to bite like the side of his mouth quite a bit and do some things with his mouth, and it's cool because they actually get that integrated into the mechanics of of a metallic Ultron, which is very fun. I would agree with the 77% given by IMDb. It's probably right where it needs to be. Yeah, one of my biggest favorite positive quotes about this film is that Age of Ultron is a minute shorter than its predecessor, but it's a bigger movie in nearly every other regard. And my favorite inane comment about the film is that it isn't to say I didn't enjoy myself, I just didn't feel Marvel trying to do anything different this time around. Again, I would disagree with that. Yes, something's trying to take over the world. Of course, Thanos is still looming above, trying to enact his unrighteous plans. But you know what? I mean, again, it's the Avengers. We do get to see some mental torture here that we haven't seen in the past. We do get nice flashbacks of each of the characters. If you're a fan of Lost, we get some nice flashbacks of stuff we haven't seen before, and we get a little deeper with some of these characters, get to see some of the humanity of some of them. So yeah, it's a good flick. I do give the film an excited thumbs up and recommend you check it out on Red Blu-ray or any other various format that you can. You definitely should see it. I do appreciate and request your comments and feedback, so if you have any, please give. And thank you for letting me take a few minutes of your time today. If you do like the videos, please share them with your friends and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you right back here for another movie review very soon.